Hey, what's going on, everyone? How you guys doing? Welcome back to Podio Commentary. We're going to kind of try something new with the channel by kind of merging some ideas into what is effectively only going to be a channel where we talk about movies. No culture, no business, just movies. And I think that's a good way to go about it because I don't know about you guys, but I love them. To me, movies are love, movies are life, and I always enjoy going and buying them and hunting for what I feel are some good deals. And so today, I was feeling a certain way about it. I hadn't done it in a while, and I thought to myself, I'm going to go over to Half Price Books. I'm going to go over and check it out. I'm going to see what I can get for maybe like $20. You know what I mean? Not break the bank, but see if I can find some good ones to take home and watch and obviously share with you guys. So I did. I got myself a little haul. We're going to talk about it today. So first things first is From Paris with Love. John Travolta, Jonathan Rhys-Meyers, directed by Pierre Morel, who did the first Taken movie. And produced by, and I think the story was by, Luc Besson, who did, obviously Fifth Element, Leon, Valerian, and a number of other movies that are all action-packed. If you get a EuropaCorps movie, you're in for a pretty good time. All right, like Luc Besson and those French guys, they know how to make some fun, action-packed movies, and I think this is definitely one of them. It's one that I saw back in theaters when it came out 16 years ago. Interesting to think now that John Travolta is like in his 70s, but like who doesn't love a good John Travolta action film? I recently got Face Off on 4K. I'm still waiting for Broken Arrow. I don't know if that's coming out, or I don't even know if that's out, but I would love to get Broken Arrow on 4K because, Travolta is Travolta, and you're in for a good time when you've got him there, especially mixed with like the stylings of Luc Besson and the guy who made Taken. And yeah, I mean, it's an underrated movie in my opinion. It's a very fun action film, and I'm looking forward to watching it again because I haven't seen it since theaters in 2010. Although it's possible that I do actually own the movie on Blu-ray, and I just forgot. I have to go back and kind of organize all the films that I've bought over the years. But this next one, you're going to give me a bunch of crap over 100%, and that's okay. That's all right, because it is Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. It is a Blu-ray. It's not a Blu-ray. It's a DVD. It's from Paramount. So before the purchase over to Disney. And this one was only $3. Now, here's the reason why I got it. This one is the 2-disc special edition. Okay, so disc 1 has the feature film, the Return of the Legend, the pre-production, and then the second disc has all the other stuff on it as well. Now, this is something that I already have on the Blu-ray of Kingdom of the Crystal Skull and the 4Ks that I own. So I'm not even worried about getting anything special about that. But the biggest, nicest thing about this one is that it comes with this, if you can see it here. This is the photographic chronicle of the movie, right? So you open it up, right? You can kind of hear that crack. This thing hasn't even really been opened yet. So you got the 2 discs inside, obviously, which are always great. Drew Struzan artwork is always fantastic. And then you just open it up. And then on the inside, you've got the photographic chronicle. You've got the original teaser poster that they released for Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. And then it goes through like so much of the making of the movie. I think there's like storyboards in here. It's basically like if you were to get an Arrow box set of a new 4K and they would have like the visual diary of the movie or something. And this was only $3. As a huge Indiana Jones fan, I had to get it. It was 100% of an instant purchase for me. So absolutely love that one. This next one, a bit interesting. So this one goes all the way back to 1996 and what is basically like, the most twisted version of Red Riding Hood that we've seen brought to cinema. And it's actually, if I recall correctly, and please correct me if I'm wrong, I believe this is Reese Witherspoon's first movie. And this one is wild as hell. So I first saw this in the summer of 1994. I had just graduated 8th grade. I was on my way to middle school or high school, and I did that summer trip, that week-long trip over to Boston, New York, and D.C. So while we were in Washington, D.C., those of us who were crashing in the room together, we had unfettered access to HBO. And if you know HBO on a Saturday night in the 90s, you know what you were in for. But the movie they showed us that night was actually Freeway. So we all sat around and we all watched it. And when the movie hit VHS a couple months later or whatever, like the next year or something, I was like, oh, damn. And I went out and I watched it again. Now, this movie I found in the humor section, which I thought was kind of odd considering that, yeah, there are some dark comedic elements to the movie. It's really like not that funny. Now, the sequel, Freeway 2 Confessions of a Trick Baby, starring Natasha Lyonne, that one is something I'd argue is probably more of a comedy. This one is very straightforward. It's very twisted. Kiefer Sutherland in a role that you're like, what the hell? You got like Brooke Shields in this one as well. Dan Hayata, Amanda Plummer, Bokeem Woodbine. The music was by Danny Elfman, and even Brittany Murphy is in this movie. One of her first films. I think this came out like the year after Clueless did. So she would have shot this right around the time she finished up Clueless and everything. Also, may she rest in peace. So it's one I'm looking forward to diving back into again. It's such a twisted story. Now, this next one is one I've only seen once, but they had the extended cut of the Replacement Killers, Chow Yun-fat, Mira Sorvino, Anton Fuqua, directed the movie. And obviously Anton Fuqua is a fantastic action director. This is one I remember really liking when it came out, but it's one that I never really went back to. And this was only $2. But this again is the extended cut of the movie. So I'm looking forward to watching that to kind of see if like the extended version is better than what I remember of the original. But at the same time, I really, really, really liked, everything about it that I remember. Because at the time, who doesn't think Mira Sorvino is hot as hell in those advertisements? Anyone remember the adverts, the trailers for this movie? You know what I'm talking about. And Mira Sorvino is always attractive, right? Who doesn't love Romy and Michelle? Now, the next three films I'm going to show you are going to probably make you raise your eyes a little bit. And question my judgment, ask if I've been drinking or smoking the marijuana or whatever. Because these three films are all directed by the same guy, which is why I bought them. So the first one is probably his worst film, and that, of course, is Chun-Li, Street Fighter, The Legend of Chun-Li, the unleashed and unrated version of this. All right, this movie, I never saw it all the way through. I think I've only seen clips of it. I've seen the trailer of it. I've never heard good things about it, only heard bad things about it, always kind of avoided it. So I never got around to it, unfortunately. But I do like the guy's previous works. The other one he did right before this one is one that I really enjoy, Jet Li and DMX in Cradle to the Grave. This one is a fun action movie. Is it the best? No, it's not the best, but it is definitely a fun one. Anthony Anderson is in this, Kelly Hu, Tom Arnold, Gabrielle Union is in this one. It's got a cast of characters. And the movie is definitely like Jet Li back when he was doing more of these American films like War. This was before Forbidden Kingdom with him and Jackie Chan, which actually that was there today at the store. But I want it in Blu-ray or something higher, like a 4K or whatever, because I would definitely get it. And then the last one, this is one that I will defend until the cows come home. I will love until the cows come home. I will always enjoy it. And it, of course, is Exit Wounds. Steven Seagal, DMX, Exit Wounds. This movie is not only like the best Steven Seagal movie in the last 25 years, because I think this came out in 2001. Yeah, it came out 25 years ago. So fucking weird. Wow. This is one all three of those films are all directed by Andrzej Bartkowiak. If I'm mispronouncing that, I apologize. And this one is also produced by Joel Silver. So with Joel Silver what you're generally going to get, right? Joel Silver has a way about him with producing these movies. There's always a lot of action. There's always a lot of quips. There's always a lot of comedy. There's always a lot of everything that gets you really heavily involved in these stories, right? This one's about a good cop that gets busted down for, I think he was beaten up on like other corrupt cops or something along those lines, ends up getting and, going after more corrupt cops, gets caught up with DMX, who's actually trying to take down those corrupt cops. You've got like Anthony Anderson's in this one, Ava Mendez is in this one, Michael Jai White, Isaiah Washington. I'm looking to see Bill Duke, Jill Hennessy. There's like so many little people that pop up in this movie. And it's just so much fun. It's got a great soundtrack to it, great action. This movie, I think if I was going to describe it in 2 words, I would say it absolutely fucks, right? Like, does it suck or does it fuck? It absolutely fucks. It's such a good film. And I will always support this movie and I will always recommend this movie. I don't know if it's on Blu-ray. I know it's not on 4K, but with hopefully Warner Brothers will start bringing out some of their older films, from the early 2000s and dropping those suckers on 4K, because I will absolutely pick up Exit Wounds in 4K. If you haven't seen it, I'm pretty sure it'd probably be on HBO Max or streaming somewhere. Definitely give it a watch. Let me know your thoughts on these ones. You might be laughing at yourself going like, why did you buy these movies? Look, man, it was only $20. I think $20.83 is what I spent for the full 6 films. And these are movies that I've seen, but I can also go back and, well, except for Legend of Chun-Li, but I can go back and I can enjoy again and really dive into. That's actually one of the things I plan on doing is I'm just going to sit down and spend more time watching movies on my days off of work, and just kind of allowing myself to kind of get into the stories, and then I'll be talking about them more here and on camera, by the way. So maybe not full-on reviews, maybe just my quick thoughts on movies, and then other stuff will be like we've been doing it before. But anyway, yeah, your thoughts, your opinions, let me know. I'll talk to you guys later. Thanks for watching. Have yourself a great day. Subscribe to Podio Commentary. And I'll see you guys later. Have a good one and peace out.